What it do, what it do, you already know who it is. This your boy Mr. Confident and we live, baby. We live from the workplace and you know the topics in the promos they brought to you by Redcon1. Remember you discount code T20 Curtis for instant savings at redcon1.com. Also it brought to you by Tough Wraps. Remember you discount code Strength Gang for instant savings at toughwraps.com. Also brought to you by Raz Baby. Hey, this that rainbow of flavors. You already know. You already know. Go down when you hear this sound, baby. Woo, woo. Go down. Straight like that, man. I might be hollering, but I'm having technical difficulties with my mic, the Bluetooth, all that. I don't know what's going on. I recorded the video yesterday. I felt like it was one of my best, and it ain't have no sound. So I'm dealing with that right now. That's why I'm making sure y'all can hear me. The wind blowing. I'm trying to talk over the wind and all that too. But I'm definitely gonna get on me a new mic or see what the bug going on with that right there. But yesterday we was talk. I talked about keeping it 100 and keeping it real and keeping it 100 and how much that has cost me by keeping it real and keeping it 100. I seen a clip from TD Jakes. He was talking about keeping it 100 and keeping it real and what you can lose by keeping it real. And he used the example of going in your job and keeping it real at your job and telling them how much you hate your job and how you don't like your coworkers and all that. And 9 times out of 10, they'll probably fire you. Then he used another example. Where his wife asked him, well, baby, do I look fat in this dress? And he said, you mess around and you keep it 100 and tell her you look big as on no what or this and that and see what happened. So for me, what I take from that, it's nothing wrong with keeping it 100 or keeping it real. On that aspect of it right there, because there's 2 parts to this. On that aspect of it right there, I think we need to work on stop being so brutally honest. Stop trying to use the brutality of your honesty to win a situation. And I ain't gonna say to win an argument, but just to try to prove your point. You will be brutally honest to people. And I've done it. I've been guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. And I'm working my ass off to not do that. So to be brutally honest, I think it's too much of that. Ain't nothing wrong with keeping it 100 and keeping it real in those situations. I think we need to lead with compassion before and not the brutality of being 100 or being real. Ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real or keeping it 100, but lead with compassion. Think about what you're gonna say. Kids are brutally honest because they don't know any better. We are adults. We know the difference. So for me, I'm working on leading with compassion, but still being real, keeping it 100. Now, on the flip side, I'm talking about growing up and keeping it 100 with your friends, and every time they need something and they need you and you don't do it, they'll say you ain't being real or you ain't keeping it 100. Now that's what I mean by I have lost a lot from keeping it 100 and being real and all that in the aspect of that right there, because most of the people that I kept it real with and I kept it 100 with, they ain't nowhere to be found. And they damn sure ain't keep it that on that level with me. So with that being said, what has keeping it real got you? What has being 100 got you? Because again, I'm just using me for example. I was the only one in my neighborhood when we were coming up that had a car. And I was told if I ain't riding everybody around or I don't let nobody ride with me, I ain't keeping it real. I ain't keeping it 100. But now I know the difference, and I'm just using that as an example. You know what I'm saying? But how many times you done been in your life when your family and your friends need you, and you being selfish, because you need to be selfish. You might don't have it, or whatever reason may be, and you just ain't got it. And they tell you they know you got it, and you ain't being real. You fake. You ain't real. You ain't 100. That's what I mean by you can lose a lot. You lose a lot from keeping it 100 and being real. So remember, just lead with compassion in those situations where you know you're dealing with other people and stuff like that. Lead with compassion. You ain't gotta be brutally honest all the time. You ain't not none of the time. You need to be compassionately honest. So much we forget about compassion, man. I try my best to lead with compassion first now. Um, I wasn't raised. I can't say I wasn't raised with compassion because I was, but my dad ain't never displayed no compassion. So, I really ain't know what compassion was coming from a man. But now I know, and I ain't scared to lead with compassion. I ain't scared to lead with compassion. Keeping it 100 with your friends, your relatives, your loved ones. Think about that. Think about that in everything you do, because we all wake up with the same 24. We all wake up with the same 24. Um, we all, I might have better opportunities coming up, but guess what? We all been blessed with opportunities, and that's the difference. We all have been blessed with opportunities to make a difference in our life. Now, what we do is the difference. So think about that before somebody tell you you ain't keeping it 100 because you ain't helped them. Because again, we all wake up with the same 24, and I might have better opportunities than you, but guess what? You had an opportunity to make your life better. Did you? That's the question you need to ask. And this is what I'm asking myself before I help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what all are you doing? What all are you doing before you even tell me I'm keeping it 100 and this and that? You feel where I'm coming from? Y'all be blessed, be a blessing. I'm definitely getting on that mic thing today. I almost didn't record, but I wasn't finna let that stop me. You know what I'm talking about? Because I said, you know what? You know what? I recorded without it before. But yeah, man, I'm just all about upgrading and making the channel grow and making it better. So I'm finna get on that. Finna get on that ASAP. My shoulders starting to give out a little bit now, y'all. So y'all be blessed, be a blessing.